Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. I am live. I know, a surprise on a Sunday surprise stream. So I hope everybody's having a good weekend. I wasn't expecting to come on. I hope everybody is enjoying themselves. So as you can tell, 3 books have come in, and these are probably the last 3 books because I have been busy. Very, very busy, and I hope everybody is enjoying themselves. So these are the Amazon books, but I got something that I have been waiting for a few weeks. Hi, Lily C. How are you? I've been waiting for this little book for a few weeks. Actually, it's a funny little mix-up. This should have been in yesterday's stream, but because my doorman forgot to log, one of my doormen, I have several doormen in the building where I live, forgot to log it in. So today, when I did the tracking via Etsy, I found out that the book had actually been delivered. So my other doorman today had to go look for it. And luckily enough, he found it. So I kept the packaging on this. So we have this beautiful pink little packaging. I'm thinking maybe we'll color in this book. As you can tell, I ordered from Cool Craft Book. I had a story about this book. Okay. First place I ordered from was Amazon Japan. Now, they had a problem sending me the book. For whatever reason, I was going to purchase it, and then I couldn't order it because they ran out of copies or there was some delivery issue, whatever. The second guy, he could not deliver. Okay, the second guy, okay, which was another vendor on Etsy, which was, I don't remember which one, but this turned into a big thing too, because what happened was he couldn't deliver the book regular, so they wanted me to use DHL, which would have been $10, even more than what I had originally paid. And that didn't happen. So the guy refunded me my money. So then I went to Cool Craft, which had this book. So usually I go to Cool Craft or 70 East Books to get my Asian coloring books, because it's the best place to get it besides Amazon Japan. But Amazon Japan had a problem. The other guy had a problem. So then I went to the other vendor when this guy had it in his stuff. So I finally got the book. So as you can see, it's nicely packaged. I'm like that little kid who tries to, I like that kid who can't get anything right. Whoa, look how pretty this is. Oh, and we got this little lovely thing here with it, which is a nice hardcover. These make good, you know what these do? These make nice, good tested pages for markers and other water mediums. And today I ran out of a Copic marker, and I was coloring something. I ran out of the back one. I had to use one of my water brush pens to finish it because I couldn't find the refill of that Copic. So I'm probably going to have to order that refill up. So this is Symphony of Cute Animals. It's like an ivory colored yellowish book. Like on camera, it shows up white, but it's yellow. So who wants to flip through a Sympathy of Cute Animals? And I have the live. So hi, Crystal. Hi, Lily C. And the 4 other people in chat. So this is what it looks like with the cover in it. And it's a smaller book. So this is what it looks like off the cover. Oh, that's pretty. I think we're going to have to color. Oh, this is... Uh-oh. I think we know what Grace's one is. I'm going to have to move the camera up a little bit. The tripod up a little bit. Let's get both pages in. See? Look how pretty this is. Who thinks this is pretty? Uh-oh, you guys are getting the flip of this. Isn't it? The best I can do to give you 2 spaces for it. Best if it goes to, like, if I have it in an angle where it's 2 pages instead of 1 page. Isn't this pretty? This is a very well put together book. It's a smaller book than its other ones, but it's still pretty. I love things with flowers, botanicals. Here's the thing. I don't color a whole lot of animals, but sometimes a book comes along and it just is like, you don't care that it has animals in it. It's just too nice not to do it. Isn't it? Look at that, a cat. With flowers. We'll probably be using other pencils other than Crayola today, or if we want to do any of the Amazon books, we could do this, but did you get my Instagram message, Andrea? I sent Andrea an Instagram message saying that I was going to be live, so I wasn't planning on coming on, and then this book came, and I'm like, I could not resist coming on if this book came. You and Michelle got invites on Instagram. I have a Band-Aid on my fingers. Anybody's wondering what happened to my finger, I will tell you. Last night, me and my mother were cooking, so I was slicing up the zucchini, and I forgot that I was using a very different knife. I was using the ceramic knife, and I did not put my finger in the right position and then sliced it, a nice good chunk of this. Luckily, I was able to stop the bleeding, but it was not fun because I do not like when I am in pain. And look at all the parrots and toucans. Ooh, that's pretty too. You could do this in pink coral and then do all this fish in different colors. Oh, look at the cats. Oh, I like this cat one. Yeah. And then this morning, my mother had me make pancake mix. Now, had me make pancakes, but we made them without eggs because there's I bought, me and my mother were talking about Thanksgiving and the Thanksgiving grocery, and I'm gonna probably start it like after I eat. See, and then you got the sandcastle and the things here, and then you can do the sea and the things here. You can do a lot with this book imaginatively. It already has my juices flowing creatively about what I want to do with this book. And the elephant with the mandala in it. Things like that I always like. I'm not very good at doing gray yet, so I'm just starting to do gray stuff again. Yeah. So I cooked pancakes this morning. So I got a mix that doesn't require eggs, and you just put water in the mix and mix it together. So it's like a complete mix. So I guess it's for super lazy people. Or you could do something like this because this is autumn, and I love doing pumpkins. Oh, I like this too, the party with all the animals and a nice little pug or whatever doggy is in there. This is a well put together book. This is really a very well put together book. I bought this on Etsy over at Cool Crap because I had so many issues with this book, trying to get this book. And then you know whose fault this book is really? This is Robin's fault. Robin enabled this book. Robin Taylor. Right, Andrea? It's Robin's fault. Robin abled. I was Robin abled. Yeah, I gotta get accused of being an enabler. I am the biggest enabler, someone said that to me, and I was like, how that happens, I'll never know. This is an animal, like maybe a wolf. That's pretty too. Ooh, I like this one with the cat and the yarn. And a cat who liked a black cat who liked to play with yarn. When I was younger, I had this beautiful black cat, and she was from one of the litters, and we kept her. I named her Precious, and we had a calico when I was very young. Well, this was many years before I had a Shetland sheepdog. Oh man, we were living in a different place. But this was back when I was very little. We were living in one of my first apartments. This was the Calico's baby, Miss Precious. I had a calico growing up, and she was a beautiful calico. Now, you know what a calico looks like? It's like yellow, black, and orange, and white, and they're all the colors that you could imagine a cat could be. And she was such a beautiful cat that I remember this cat for many years later. She was one of the prettiest cats I ever had. I don't even remember where we got her. I think my father found her. And he took her in and nursed her. My mother didn't want the cat. I believe my mother didn't want the cat, but then my mother learned to love the cat just as much as she did. You know, sometimes the cats know when there's... Aren't they beautiful, calicos? And then you got this, and then you got little postcards here if you want to use them and cut them out. Yeah, this is postcards. See? They've made some postcards for you guys. So, yeah, I'm going to turn this around so you guys can see the postcards. Yeah, these are postcards. See, these are postcards. Aren't they cute, the postcards? I love postcards like this. Isn't this pretty? The postcards are really pretty. And ornaments. Then you got the back page here. The green back there. The back of the book. We might color something from this today. I think maybe we'll color something from this today. Now, the next two books. You know me. Oh, Charisse, we were just flipping through Symphony of Cute Animals by Kanuko Igusa. Yes, and the way you pronounce it is Kanuko Igusa for Michelle, because Michelle cannot pronounce the man's name. And I love Michelle, okay? It's not being mean to her. Yeah, Fantasia Land by Pink Label. Now, Pink Label and Demeter Victoria are kind of like becoming the new Jade Summer, because it seems every few weeks they have a new book out. This book, this book, this book. And I love their stuff. Really, I do. But it's like, And I have Ava Brown, too. So let's get to the Pink Label. This is Fantasia Land. Look at that pretty pink cover. You know I like fantasy. So there's usually two versions of every picture. So I won't, like any book that has two versions, I only go through the first version because it's the same pictures. This book belongs to, I think it's the same publisher too, because the way the images are. See, that's the cover. Look at that. That's funny. Fun. This is interesting. It's not my favorite book of hers so far, but you could still do a lot with this. It just depends on what you do with your imagination. And I have a very active imagination, believe me. And at the moment, I'm not keeping a lot of my books. The books that I have decided that I will keep probably are my spiral bound ones, the ones that I've spent a lot, and artist editions and hardcovers. You know, those books I'll keep. And the PDFs I keep too, but I keep all the PDFs in a binder. I could do something fun with that. Make her hair dark. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like a Buddha. Yeah, she probably is. That's nice. That's nice of Michelle to sit with her dad and read with him. I let her know that I was live too. I sent her a message on Instagram. This is the end of section 1. And this is section 2, which is the same pictures that are in section 1. So I will not show you section 2. If we're doing a full flip through, then I would do that. Now, this is from Ava Brown. Mermaids coloring book by Ava Brown. Now, Ava Brown is someone that I got introduced by, I think, Donna of Coloritoville. She used to be known as Color with Donna or Color by Donna or something was her channel, but now she's Coloritoville. So here is Mermaids coloring book, Ava Brown. So they give you a thank you. Then they give you here, color test page, color test page. I like that they do this with the Ava Brown book. So here's the Ava Brown. Now, most of the books that are like from Jade Summer, Ava Brown, Pink Label, Demeter Victoria will have 2 sections. Not always, but most of the time. Not their big anthology books, though. Oh, that's cute. That is really, really cute. This reminds me of an anime one. Now, some people have said that Ava Brown is using other pictures from other books, and I don't know how true that is or not true. They try not to if they can help it. Because like Jade Summer, they are a collection of artists. They just publish under one name. Like Pink Label is from different artists, and they just publish under that name. So it's mostly stock images. So you guys know what they are from. And you guys know that I love mermaids. I really, really love mermaids. Hey, Miss May. We already flipped through Kanuko's book. This is Mermaids by Ava Brown. I love my Miss May. My Queen May. Miss May's nickname is Queen May. See, isn't that pretty? You could use this book to practice, and if you were using markers, I would recommend a blotter page, like always. I'm surprised so many, 12 people here already. Wow. That makes me a mermaid in a mermaid book. It is beautiful. It is a really one of my favorite things. We're probably going to be coloring in that today. Look at this. Look at these. These are really nice. I'm so glad. That to me is not cute. This to me is not cute. Yeah, it could be cute, but it's kind of horrific at the same time. That's just, well, it's just not a fun thing. See? I don't think she needs coffee as much as she wants to feed. Okay. This is where the start of the first image goes. Because that one we already saw. Now we're getting into the repeats, I think. Yeah, these are images that we already saw, guys. Yeah, they have 2 images of each one. This is a mermaid and a merman. They have duplicate pages too, guys. Yeah, these are the duplicates. So we're going to color today. And we're not using Crayolas today. Today we're going to color with different pencils. Hold on, let me get them out because they're in the bag that I used from downstairs. Oh. Okay. Sorry, guys. I have to get the... Did you see this one, Miss May, as well? Did you see this one? This is the new... Hi, Miss Michelle. I thought you were sitting with your father. Did you see this one? Maud Lemoyne? May? Did May see this one? I want to know if May saw this one. It is beautiful, but it was like almost like $40-something to do this one. And then this is in French money. This is what it cost me in French money. I think this is pounds, 1926. Isn't it? I'm just going to show May this because May didn't get to see the Maud Lemoyne. I don't think a lot of you got to see this, except unless you were in there. Oh, so I don't know what this is. This was what it cost me, guys. 1926. I'm not sure if that's pound or euro because it has like an E symbol. Like it's like this and then it's like that. So if you guys want to translate how much that money was. This was a lot. I'm not going to lie. It was. So that's euro. 1926 euro. That's what shipping, guys. So I know what it was like about, I think, $34, $35. The books are expensive. She has more books, guys, but let me tell you something. Because the other books are more money, I got this one. I don't think a lot of you got to see this Maud Lemoyne. Maud Lemoyne has her own website, and I like Linda Ravenscourt. You have to buy through her website to get her books, but they are beautiful in their own way. So what would you guys like me to color from the Maud? I'm thinking I want to color from the Maud Lemoyne book or the... Yeah, I do like that it's single-sided. The paper is nice. I have not colored in this book. So I wanted to show you this one because this is one of the newer ones too. I think I'll be coloring with this in pencil, and I'll probably keep this one when I'm finished with it because I just like the art. But this was like $34 there, and this was not cheap. Keep that in mind, guys. Sometimes the books that you like the most are going to be the expensive. Okay. We'll color with pencil then, and we'll use... I have 3 different pencils here. I think I have to get out my sharpener. I think they would, but you have to be very, very careful, Davindy, if you do that. I'm just saying, guys. Oh, thank you, because that helps support my channel when you watch the ads. Now, I know a lot of you weren't expecting me to come on today. So, Symphony of Cute Animals or Maud Lemoyne? Oh, I think this one. This one is calling to me. None of you didn't get to see that. Holbein's, Christmas. And what are these? Hold on. I think I have a link here. Yes, I'm typing it up from this. Holbein's. Hold on, guys. I'm writing up the link. for the more than one book. So look, guys, I'm gonna type her in and then do it like that. The more than one book. You know who flipped through all of her books was Connie. Connie got all of her books. Connie had it. Hey guys, I'm going to link that to you. 6. I didn't even know about this book until I saw somebody else. Like always, it's always somebody else who has it. I'm just going to put this here. We're just going to put this somewhere where we can find them easily. And now we're going to, happy Sunday. She has 6 books. So I'm going to find a page for us to do. We're not going to do the first one because I don't like that one. I think we're going to do this one. And we're going to do this in pencil. That's the mod. This is where you can get the mod. Connie did a flip through of all 6 of her books on her channel. So if you guys want to look at what they are. I want to get more of her books, but right now, hopefully not. I want to make her hair blonde. Maple's yellow. So Maple's yellow. This is nice. Oh, these are going down like a dream on this paper. Miss Michelle's like, what happened to your thumb? I got into a little cooking accident yesterday when I was cutting up the food. Okay. That's a leaf. That's not her hair. These are Holbein pastels. I only have them in the pastel colors because at the time they were what I could afford. You know, the full set is a lot of money, so I was like, you know what? They're on Amazon and they're not they're pretty expensive. But here's the thing: if I paid all this money for them, I'm going to use them. And if I run out, I run out. You know, it's not the end of the world because I have plenty of other pencil sets. Today we're not using Crayolas. You know, Michelle, at least he's working. Not a lot of, you know, some of us are still not working. I haven't gotten any word back from my job. And when I do, it's usually, oh, Grace, we need this. We need this. That was the first layer. Well, you know, men are different. Lemonade, Black Widow. Oh, I know, but I want to try these with better pencils today. The Crayola is a good pencil, don't get me wrong. It's just that today I want to try something different. You know, Symphony makes hair look so easy. I never learned how to do that little tiny stroke thing that she does with her pencils. This is probably going to be a book where I work on my skin tones with my faces on it, just because of the paper, and I don't want to damage the paper. I mean, you could use markers in this paper, but I know, but I want to stick to what I have now, May. This is Lemonade. These are Black Widows. Exactly. I have so many from so many different sets now, May. It's not even. Nugget. I think the Holbeins are a wonderful pencil, but I really like the pastel set that they do because for me, I like their pastel set better than I like the Stabilo. And I will tell you right now that I don't like the Stabilo pastels because I find them chalky. I find them hard to work. I don't like chalk pastels. And I don't even like the pan pastels. I like the colors in them. Don't get me wrong, but I can't work with them because I find them messy. I find using the tools hard. Now, some people have no problem using the pastels. Can I show you some? Today I did something from the J. Summer tattoo book. I could not find my Copic refill for this marker. So I ended up using the Marabou Orange to finish the background in my water pen. That's one way you can use something that you don't use a lot to finish something else. This is Nugget, Michelle. Yes, and this is the Mall book. I thought this would be a good book to see, have people see this, do this book today. There's nothing wrong with Crayola pencils, but I just think I've been using them a lot. So let's do something fun today and just break from the theme of the month a little bit. I even bought. Okay, now we go back to. Oh no, that's terrible. This will be the last color. That's terrible that you've had a headache. I've had a horrible drippy nose the last few days, and I don't know what's causing it. Sunburst yellow. I can't use chalk pastels for whatever reason. That's good. You know, we're already at the halfway point of this month, and I'm like, I've already filled my table up with some coloring books, 3 piles of them already. And I've divided them into smaller piles, so I'm like, oh no. Could be anything irritating me. I noticed that when my mother tends to use her cigarettes, that irritates my nose like hell. But when she's not in the house and she's not smoking, I'm like, oh, thank you. That can irritate my nose. That irritates my sinuses so badly when she smokes around me. Then she claims she's dying all the time. Yeah, I know my mother's not as well as she used to be, but my mother goes walking every day. My mother tries to walk every day. My mother tries to do walking every day if she can. And then you mean ink pens? Ink pens are an okay pencil. You know, the thing is that I have a picture that I need to finish up in Lost Ocean, but I have to put down the ink. I have to use the ink pens to finish it, and I'm kind of a little worried because it's been so long since I've done that. I'm on the verge of finishing one, which is the dragon. And once I'm done with the dragon, and then once I'm done with the Pegasus, I can start. There's a Santa one that I want to do from Heart Full of Diamonds, which is the one, the fairy one, the fairy and the tiger that Michelle was working on her channel was the one that I bought her from Heart Full of Diamonds. Now, a lot of people don't use Heart Full of Diamonds. They are a really nice company. Let me see, we did this with Holbeins. The hair we did with Holbeins, Black Widows, and Prismas. No, Kanuko, you cannot come up here. So then we're going to do Cherry Blossom. Bye, May. No problem. You can always watch the replay later. This is Salmon Pink. Like a pink that looks like an orange, but it's really not. Oh, that's a shame. You know, here's the thing about wish list. I'll put up my wish list later today, but this was kind of like an impromptu stream. I didn't plan on streaming today, but those books came and I could not resist not showing you the books, guys. That's Salmon Pink. I know what you mean. It's like sometimes you want something, but you know, here's something that someone told me once. You may not agree with it, Michelle, but someone said to me, lilac. This is an AFMAC. This is the one that sharpens your pencils really thickly. This one does not like this one. This was the one that Kenny recommended to me. Now, if you guys have never been to Dee, then you don't know who Kenny is, but Kenny recommends a lot of products to a lot of us in the community. You know what it is? I want a bigger one too because I'm doing bigger canvases now. So I need a bigger one myself. I put the bigger one that I wanted, the one that Michelle Robin recommended. Oh, Robin, I called you an enabler when I was flipping through the Kanuko and Gustav book. I hope you don't mind. Yes, you're a Rob enabler. I was Rob enabled. Robin's very good at finding products. Like Robin's like boom, 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 quick on those fingers. She knows how to find all those lovely things. And I love Robin because she just boom, 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 knows how to do stuff that I wish I knew how to do. Don't worry, guys. When we get down here, you guys are going to tell me what color to do her outfit. I don't think of it as enabling so much as sharing. This is mostly going to be done in Cosmos. No, wait a minute. I missed some cherry blossoms. Cherry blossoms. Sometimes you have to go over colors again because sometimes you put brighter colors and they don't look as vibrant. Hi, Sydney. So, this is Cosmos. Yeah, I'm going to have to start doing a grocery. I think I have an A4. What I have is an A4, but not an A3. I don't know how big the A3 is. Mine is very small. All pencil people have more than one sharpener, guys. Keep that in mind. We all have more than one sharpener. Let me see that, Miss Robin. How big is that one? That looks bigger than the one I have. What is the size? 20 by 15 by 1. 20 by. Is that bigger than the one that I have? What is that? 13 by 14 by 19. I think I have a very small one compared to that. I don't know what I got, but I have to look at what I got from my orders. There's going to be a lot of pink in this picture, so keep that in mind. So you want to pick a color that offsets the pink a little bit for her outfit. And remember, we still have the skin to do, which is going to be in Holbein's. You can do skin with the Holbein pastels. Because I have a lot of big ones. Some of the tiny ones are fine, but like I'm working mostly now with 40s by 60s or 35 by 55s, you know. Like I like the medium sized canvases, like they're not too small, but they're not too big. You know what I mean? Like they're not huge monsters. So now we just need the green leaves. And this is jade green. I need to make that blue. Porcelain blue. White. Everybody has white. This is a Prismacolor white. Everybody uses Prismacolor white. That's okay. You can always watch the stream back later. Remember, guys, if you have to go, go. I'm not going to keep you here. Remember, this stream can be watched back on YouTube. I'm not going to say you have to stay the whole stream. Stay as long as you can. And then you know what? If you don't get to see the whole stream, you can always watch it back. This is Everglade. This is a Black Widow. As you guys can tell, I'm going to use my Black Widows quite a lot. I'm going to have to rebuy a set again. Because some colors are just going by so quickly. You know, I wouldn't buy it, which because I found that some of the people are illegally selling things there. It's like Alibaba or AliExpress, as I call them. I will never buy on AliExpress. Not for a really long time because I've had bad experiences. I know some people have had really great experience, great on them, but not for me. See, this is pink. That's the cherry blossom. Then I'll put the green here. Good for him because I've never had a good. Now I've only ever bought one thing from Wish and I had a bad experience. Never again. But that's my experience. That doesn't mean that you won't have a good experience. It's just that some people have bad experiences. So that's all I'm saying. It's not necessarily you who's bubblegum pink. That's a little too close to this. I wasn't expecting that to come out that color. Okay. We'll still make it work. So we make this flower like this. So believe it or not, I started off as a pencil girl and then I became a marker girl. Another thing we can blame Anne for. I really do love working with markers and things, but sometimes when they dry up, it's frustrating because you're like, oh no, this is not going to come out right. And then you use the pencils to kind of fix whatever didn't work well. This paper is like a dream for colored pencil. It's really nice. This is bubblegum pink. No, everybody has different things they like. I know Christine Karen goes, no, not Christine Karen, C.L. Aldrich goes live on Sundays at 2. I hope she really doesn't mind because this was like not even scheduled. You guys know that I usually take Sundays off. You know, I had to go fix some problems I had with the tooth, so that got fixed. But then I now have to go back on December, first week of December, for cleaning. And then we'll figure out what's wrong with me. See what the hygienist says. If we need to fix anything now. I'd rather fix everything now while I still have money to do so. Because you know, what happens is it gets hard when you don't have money to fix things. Who's liked this picture so far? You know, I was watching some You know, now I'm in season 6 of Good Witch, so I'm like really happy that I'm like at season 6. And I'm halfway through season 6. I watched the first 5 seasons on Netflix. But when you buy them, you have to buy the seasons on Amazon, which is annoying. But I enjoy The Good Witch, you know, and for me, it's money well spent. And it wasn't that much to buy it. Oh, actually, on Etsy right now, Coloring by Kitty has an Alice in Wonderland coloring book. It's a digital PDF book, and she has it. It's not a lot of money. Right now, it's discounted until the end of tomorrow, I think. So if you guys can buy it now before it goes back up to the full price. I think I paid, what did I pay? $9.41 for it. Usually it's like about $15, $16. So. Nothing ever gets here as fast as you want it to get here. It's like that rule. I want it, I want it, I want it. Why is it not here yet? Pig's ear. Well, you know what they say, patience is a virtue. That's nice. I like that. Here's Hot Pink. This comes from the Monarch set. I put all my Black Widows together. Just thought it would be easier to have them all together. Now that's a pink. And you see, this is a pink I can even like. Now this is called Hot Pink, and this is from the Monarch set. I already got my YouTube money last month. It's already gone. I spent half that money on the Clara book. That's what I paid the Clara book with my YouTube money. It was money well spent, I think. So this is Hot Pink. You see, and I have also done this thing now where on a sheet of paper I have a listing of all my Copics that I want to get refills. Exactly. Hi, Unknown. How are you? So we'll do these two as pink too. This is an app mat sharpener. Thank you, Unknown. Do you have a regular name, Unknown? A light pad is very helpful for those areas that are really hard. Like, I have a Treasure Art Studios, and normally it's easy to read, but there was one area that it was really hard to read the signs, the symbols, because I couldn't get to it easily. So I was really happy that I was able to get it. See, a picture can be anything you want it to be. You know, light pads are really helpful because they help you get through the areas that are really hard sometimes to see. Ugh. I dread that time of month too, Andrea. Let's not talk about that. That subject kind of sometimes makes me queasy, and I don't like when I get my appointment. Really? It's been already an hour? I didn't realize we went through an hour already. It's been part of the stream, though, flipping through the new books. No, I have not, but for me, I probably would not use that app because I don't like apps. I just like doing the things that I need to do. And I work so differently than everybody else does at painting, so. After I do the leaves and this little part here, then we'll start doing her skin. You can do skin with the Holbein pastels, you know, guys, right? I've not heard of that. Sorry. I did not want that to be. I keep getting notifications. There's this one person, every time I'm live, they keep beep, 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 beep. So now I put my phone on silent so I don't hear them, but sometimes I see it on my regular phone. So I'm like, why is this person calling me? Why is this person buzzing me? There was a painting that I saw on Diamond Art Club. I absolutely loved it, but the size was humongous, and that's why I didn't get it. The size was humongous. I'm like, I'm not getting a painting that big, 100 by something by 80. There are a lot of people that like Hannah Lynn diamond paintings, and I mean, they're all beautiful. The Hannah Lynn paintings are beautiful. Don't get me wrong. This could be a diamond painting too, depending if you colored it right with the right colors. This is called fudge. Sorry, when I hear fudge, I think of chocolate, like the fudge of the chocolate. What color should we make our outfit? Thinking of purple or red. Those are pretty. Those are pretty. Sapphire. I think everything from Diamond Art Club is pretty. Sapphire. Oh, these weren't dark, but still nice color. These are Black Widows. I love these colors. I really do like the Black Widows. For me, they're not a lot of money, but they're nice quality pencils. If you don't have a lot of money, I also recommend to people buy these, buy delis if you can get them, because sometimes they're not in stock. But these I like, and they're actually not bad. If you're a heavy-handed colorist like myself, and sometimes I'm funny, especially when I have the soda incidents. Which I'm trying to lose weight, so I'm trying to. For Sean should not have done that. For Sean is very bad. Bad for Sean for enabling. For Sean the enabler. Oh, for Sean would get a kick out of that, saying, "Oh yeah, Grace is calling me out and enabling, right?" She'd have a little fit at that. Okay. Now, where can I get other pink colors from? Mm-hmm. What are you? Oh, no. What are you? What is your name? What is in this brown case? What are you? Oh, you're gel pens. You're not what I need today. You, I think, are spare pencils. Ah, Pablo's. You cannot resist. Krishan will get you. Krishan will get you. Somewhere Krishan will get you. Krishan will get you. Pablo's. I'm having a hard time with this pencil. Done, guys. I forgot a green leaf. We have to go back to the sapphire for a second because I forgot the green leaf. Luckily for me, I remembered what color it was. Sometimes I don't remember what color it is, and this is how come. No, I don't want olive green. Bluish green. Venom. What do you do, Venom? Oh, look at that green. And you notice something? Little pencil! Little pencil! Guys, start thinking about the color of our outfit because I don't know what I'm going to color the outfit yet. And we still got skin tone to do. Remember, guys, I was not supposed to stream today. After we're done the flowers and the leaves, we're going to do the skin and then her outfit. So try to figure out what color we're doing for the outfit because I'm thinking a blue or purple. Dark blue or purple. Maybe even a light blue for her outfit. This is a Pablo. And I guess this can count for Color Your Horde since it's the first picture that I'm coloring in this book. Because every time I get a new book, I try to color in it as soon as possible. And I've started adding books to my wish list rather than going, oh, I want that, I want that. Now, here's the story with the Jade Summer Kawaii Christmas. I want it in grayscale. I do not want it in line art. I want it in grayscale. I have this thing where I must have the books in grayscale. Don't get me wrong, line art is pretty. It's nice. Dark blue to make it pop? I think so. Maybe green. Notice that I made this very pink today. I wanted to see how this paper would work with a lot of different pencils, and I must say this book very much likes pencils. Like, what other book likes pencils that I find that loves pencils? Serene. This book is a lot like Serene in the way that it takes pencils. Now, some books don't take pencils well at all. Like I noticed that a lot of the Create Space papers don't take my pencils very well. So, and one of the reasons why I buy a lot of artists in PDF is because I can't buy their books on Amazon or they don't have a website. So if you can support an independent artist on Etsy and buy their work, that means a lot to them because their work is really pretty. Not every artist is able to go on Amazon or Etsy to buy. Not every artist is able to make a book, which is a shame because there's some people, I love their work, but they don't have books. Mariola Budek has like maybe 1 or 2 books, but everything else she has and a set of art. But right now, You can't buy the set of art because of COVID restrictions. That is a very beautiful set of art that she has. I've seen the book. I've seen the people who have that book. I think of her and I think my Southern Belle. I don't know why I'm thinking this is a Southern Belle. And when I buy people who are, not United States artists, I feel like I support the community and maybe bring you awareness of someone new that you may not have known of. I know some people are going to Christine's stream, and I'm fine with that. Let me just put a little pink in here. Let's put some undershadow there. Dark blue would make it pop. Thank you, Andrea. See, sometimes people who do makeup have a really nice. Like, I don't do makeup, but sometimes I look at the makeup channels to get ideas for palettes and things I wouldn't think about how to use. So other channels can be inspiration too. Other kinds of channels, other kinds of mediums you wouldn't look at to do stuff. No. This is what happens when you have too much crap everywhere. So let's do skin. Ivory. Oh, that's from the Mariola. Hold on. She's asking me about this. That is from Beauty Inspirations, which is a set of 6. That's a digital PDF. This one, see, in the camera, it looks better than it actually is. Now, I did this with markers, and I even, because the marker didn't blend well, you guys really can't see it unless you're up close and in person. The marker dried, so I had to use pencil on her face to blend it. I used the polychromos. I really should have used the Prisma instead of a polychromos. Probably would have worked a little bit better, but sometimes this comes from Mariola Budek's Beauty Inspirations. And I did this with Copics and the Touch Cool markers, the budget-friendly markers. So I did this today. I finished this today. It was just something to practice my hair with because I'm not great with hair. But you know what I'm not great at is black hair. Like, I'm good with brown, blue, purple, green, like all the color hair except for black. Black is the only thing I have an issue with. I don't really know how to do black hair, and I tried the tutorial methods. I tried everybody's tutorial methods with it, and I still can't get it right. And that's something I'm going to have to practice. This is Ivory. This is from the Holbeins. Does anybody know that Holbein was a master painter? That he actually painted a picture of Henry Tudor VIII. Yes, he did. There's a very famous painting that he did of Henry VIII. He did many over the years of Henry VIII, and at that time he was working. He also was the one that was responsible for the painting of Anne of Cleves that got Henry's attention. And Anne of Cleves was not a good-looking woman. She was his fourth wife. Shell pink. She was not a beautiful woman, but she was a woman of great strength and character, people said. And so Holbein tried to accentuate that. He exaggerated the picture. So just so you get a little history lesson on who these pencils were named after. He was a great artist in that century in his own right. So I'm just going to put this here for now. I just wanted to show you guys that. That comes from Etsy. Flesh. You know, my great love affair in English history is the Tudors. Like I love reading about that period of time. And even the dynasty before the Tudor century was quite infamous. You know, England has about 300, 400 years of very tumultuous history. It's not all linear or dynastic. If you look at the history of the British royalty, a lot of it is usurpation. One family usurps it, but usually it's within 2 or 3. Yeah, he did change it a lot. Cherry blossom. This gets lost in history a lot about King Henry VIII. Before he was before he broke with the Catholic Church, he was named the Defender of the Faith. Sometimes all you need is a different place to do it. With the like, but do you know that he was a brilliant military mind as well? You know, before his brother Arthur died, that Henry VIII was supposed to go into the Catholic Church. They already had a bishop. He was supposed to be named an archbishop. He was very well versed in the Catholic faith. He was very well educated in it, probably because of his grandmother, Margaret Beaumont Tudor Stanley. I forget what her last. She had so many husbands. Yeah, I learned a lot. I love history. I should have majored in English history, really, because that was what I love to learn about. I really should have minored in history, but you can't do anything with an English and history degree, really. I have an English degree. But, you know, June Brilliant. You know, my major is in English, so my degree is English, actually. Yeah, I have an English degree. But you can't really read literature without understanding the history behind it. Like if you look at the Shakespeare plays, a lot of this is like because he knew Elizabeth Tudor, that was Henry VIII's daughter. There was another Elizabeth Tudor. There was actually 2 before, but they were actually queen consorts of England. But she actually was a great lover of Shakespeare's plays. And so if you look at Shakespeare's own things with it, he himself was play into her advantages. But you have to understand the time period that he was living in. It wasn't like it is today, where, and Henry was obsessed with lineage and having a boy. But what's also happening at the time was that it was a generation where a lot of girls were being born and not enough boys. So it's kind of like it's an in and out like thing. At one point, it was nothing but girls being born to the monarchs all across English. Now, if you look at the Dutch monarchy or the Norwegian monarchy, this guy, there was a very famous family, and they were trying to have people come in and do it. Peach. These are the Holbeins. I, of course, will probably use the Prismacolor to blend it all together, the light peach, or the granite rose from the Pablos to make it all fit. It took me a long time to learn skin tone. I want to learn how to do the little accents that Sammy does with it. The way that people do the cheeks and like do different colors and like little things that they do there. I got to learn how to do that too. So like it's like black hair, coloring animal fur. This is why I like coloring animals in grayscale, because you don't have to worry about coloring the fur when you're working in grayscale. Dustin Johnson wins the Masters, finishes with a record score of 268. Does anybody know what the Masters is? I don't know what the Masters is. So I'm going to put this all back. We love putting all our pencils back, because putting your pencil back means it's all organized. And then I don't go nutty not trying to find things. But, at the time, it was all girls being born, so people were, like, worried that the monarchies would not continue to be as successful doing what they needed to do. That was the problem with Henry. He had 2 girls already. I think it's golf. I think the Masters is a golf tournament, if I'm not mistaken. I found it. I found it. Pretty light peach pencil. I think it's golf. Yeah, it's golf. Also, we had a blur. So, at the time in English history, you had the Holbein. I forget what their family was, but there was a family. The father had the idea that he would marry the different brothers and sisters throughout the whole family of Europe. That would be his idea. I think they were like a Dutch family, the Habsburgs or whatever they were called, but some of the monarchies started to see right through that family. And we're like, nope. And what's funny is England, Spain, and Japan kept their monarchies throughout the century. France had a monarchy actually too for a long time. That monarchy was overthrown by democracy. And that's Bastille Day. No, I'm not going to color in these blank white spaces because I don't think they need to be colored in. See how nice it looks? So I have a great love of the English history. You know, before the show, The White Queen, I did not know much about Elizabeth, the one that was known as the White Queen. I did not know much about her life. Elizabeth Grey, who would later become known as Elizabeth Plantagenet, was actually a very smart woman in her own right. Very cunning, very smart, very driven. People hated her, though. I do move the painting as need be. Like when I'm not on camera, I will move the painting. Sometimes I'll move it this way or this way, depending on which way. If I'm not filming it, then I work on an angle. If not, when I'm not filming me, I work on an angle. I had to work on an angle for the Pegasus, the Magical Serena one, the Treasure Art Studio one, because there was an area that was very dark and I could not get that for anything in the life of me. I don't have an easel. I still have comic books to read that I had for a few weeks. I was looking for something for my brother to see if I had an extra copy. Unfortunately, I do not because I think the comic book store limited me to only one copy. Yeah, like if they know it's going to be a big issue and it's going to be the first appearance of somebody, now the stores will now tell you, no, you can only buy one. And this is to make sure that there's no people spectating, or they're trying to limit what's called spectating on comic books, as my brother calls it. You know, what happens is you have the true collectors, and then you have the people who will specifically buy the book because it is on a first appearance. So sometimes collectors, people like myself who are reading the book, will get screwed this way. I think she came out really nice, and she looks like a Southern belle. I'm trying to see if I have a dark blue here. I do not have a dark blue in this set. Let's see if I have a dark blue in this set. We have a lot of dark blues. Starry Night. Oh, you make too much. I don't like you. This makes too much mess, this pencil. This pencil's making too much mess for me. Probably not right now, but maybe later on, Andrea. I think we're gonna have to use it. You know who has a good? You know what? We'll go to the Pavlos. Polychromos, because their pencils are smoother. What are you? What are you? Oh, I know what these are. What are these? Let's see if you can guess them. They no longer make these pencils. That's not a glue. They no longer make these because the companies. Oh yeah, your work. Show you what these are. These are Mujis. I bought them in an airport store. The store is no longer there. I don't even know if they sell these anymore. Hmm. These are Mujis. Hi Danielle, we're coloring from the new Maud Lamont book. I showed the 3 new books, and then I re-showed this one again because some people hadn't seen Maud Lemoyne before. And so the book is Maud Lemoyne, and you get it off of her website. Connie showed some of her books on her channel, which is CB Coloring and Crafts. I would like to see that. That would be something that I would be interested in because I've always been like a great lover of history and things that I enjoy. Just studying that whole time of period history is really interesting because Henry didn't do this on a whim. You know, when he got older, he did it on a whim. You know, you have to understand the culture and the pressure to have a male heir, especially on a king like Henry. And that's part of why he was, because he always got what he wanted. And then when he's told no suddenly that he can't have what he wants, he goes insane. Even as a youngster, he never got told no, and I don't think he ever dealt with not being able to have what he wanted. These are Muji pencils, guys. They don't even make these anymore, so I feel sad in a way, but oh no, I didn't mean to do that. This is what happens when you don't pay attention. But you know, you look at what happened to Mary. Poor Mary got really screwed. I mean, just in generally in life. You know, she was promised to like 6 or 7 different men in her life before she was even 10 years old. Then when she got older, she married such a louse and Philip of Spain. Think about what that did to her psyche. This is number, I think, what is this number? 33 on this set. So this is like one of my favorite things to do. Just do the purple here. I think the purple would make it pop a little bit and match the colors. Yeah. I do love this. This will make a good color your hoard picture. I think it's one of my better ones, to tell you the truth. I love doing things like this. I love portrait books. This will probably be a book that I keep after I finish it, to tell you the truth. Not every, I have already made a plan that I'm not going to keep any of my Create Space books. But I will keep things that are like spiral bound and hardcover. Just because when you don't have a lot of room, you try to make the most of the space you have. You know, basically, women had no rights then. Look at Henry VIII's mother. Henry VII's mother was such a force in her own right. What she had to do to make sure that her child was safe. She didn't even get to raise Henry VII, Margaret Beaumont, because of the family thing. And she was very outspoken when the Plantagenets beat Henry V. And Henry VI, and then, you know. Now, Henry VI was a very weak king. Then him marrying the woman that he married. So, you know, the Tudors were actually a Welsh family. And so, these are Mujis. These pencils are Mujis. I don't use them very often. So, and then I put them in here. This is a very nice, convenient case to put them in. And they're wood pencils, so they're really something that I don't pull off too often. So this is the Maud Lemoyne book, guys. So this is our finished page. I'm really happy about it. So I will take a picture of this, and then probably tomorrow I will post this on my Instagram. But here's the cover for anybody that wants to know it. And someone put up the link again for the book. I had done it earlier. I had forgotten to do it. So this is the book. This is the cover for anybody who came in late. If they're wondering, you can get the book off of Maud Lemoyne's. It is an expensive book, but the paper really worked very well. In this book, I'm like kind of happy it worked so well because this worked really well. I'm like happy it worked as well as it did. Because this is the page that we did. And I like that this is a spiral bound. It's not like something that, it is a beautiful cover. So I want to thank everybody for coming. I wasn't expecting to do a stream today. So everybody, thank you so much for coming. I am getting hungry and I am going to need to eat. I did this before I had lunch. So I want to thank you all. Thank you, everybody, for coming. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. And everybody enjoy themselves and be safe and take care of each other. I really like this. And this can also count for Color Your Hoard because it is the first page in the book. So I want to thank everybody for coming. I was actually planning on coloring in the Kanuko book, but then I brought this one out. And I'm so happy we did this one because it's a different book to do. I should have matched her hair, this to this, but that's okay because I think the blue makes it pop more. And that we can thank Andrea for. So bye, everybody. Have a good day, and everybody stay safe. Bye, everybody.